welcome to another episode of the It's Just a Hill Cycling Podcast. I am John, and I am here with friend of the club and return guest, Brian Cauti. Hi, Brian.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
This is when you have to pretend like we haven't said anything to each other.
Yeah. I just got here.
Is that the best? Yeah, you walked in.
I walked in and I sat straight down.
Yeah, paper bag over your head.
Yep.
You weren't allowed to see the rest of the house. You just come right into the recording studio and we record.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Welcome back to the podcast. It's been a while.
It has been.
And you might think Brian doesn't ride bikes. That's okay. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. We're going to talk about pizza.
Yep.
I think we're going to talk about life in general. Do you have anything anywhere you would like to start in particular? I think I also want to talk about supplements and stuff because I would consider myself a supplement guy. I texted you about this. I think we agree that we're supplement guys.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about that too. Any specific place you want to start?
No, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever you think is best.
Okay, so what made you run away from your bicycles?
What made me run away from my bicycles?
Running itself. You still own bikes, right?
I do, yeah. I walk
Harry,
by.
get out of that bag.
Oh,
you walk by them?
Oh, yeah, every day.
Yep. Is he going to get something in there?
I don't know. He might smell pizza.
There's no pizza in there.
There is no pizza in there.
He should be on it. Hey, get off the bag.
Harry is all over my backpack for those just listening.
Yeah. This is why you should watch the podcast.
Yeah.
So you walk by your bikes every day.
Yeah, I got one in the basement, gravel bikes in the basement. So every time I'm doing my laundry, I look at it and I'm like, what's up, dude? And it still has the dirt on it from that ride in October we did of last year.
That's a great ride. Wait, was that the one in Vermont or no?
In New Hampshire with Sam.
Oh, yes. Last October. Right when I moved into this place. Okay, I remember.
Yeah, and then my tarmac is permanently on the trainer in my garage gym.
Yeah. Do you ride that ever?
I was using it during my recovery.
Yeah.
That we can talk about a little later. But coming back from the injury, I was on that a little bit.
And are you still running Zwift on it or what?
I was using Zwift, and then I went to Whoosh or whatever it is, My Whoosh, and then tried Wahoo again. And then I was like, why am I doing any of this? So I just went back to My Whoosh.
Because that's free.
But I was doing simple stuff with it. So
I mean, I don't blame you. It's especially if you're not focused on cycling at all. Why the hell would you pay for something like that? How was My Whoosh? You like it? I tried it one time. I thought it was fine.
I think it's good. I think that was probably why I went back to Zwift at one point because I missed the user interface of Zwift.
Yeah, Zwift really has everyone beat there, I think. The user base in general.
Yeah. It's just more fun to look at. Even though I don't even look at it while I'm riding, it makes no sense to me. But
it's just better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you've been running. Yeah. You came on here before when you did the Chicago Marathon.
New York City.
Oh, and then since then you've done Chicago.
Since then I did Chicago. Yeah,
this last
New York City
September
was 2023.
Right, and so 24 November. You did September?
October. Indigenous Peoples Day weekend.
Thank you. Fuck Christopher Columbus.
Yeah. That was October. Yeah. Shout out a Siciliana sodas.
What do you got this year? Anything? Marathon?
Chicago again.
Nice.
Yeah, because I qualified in Chicago last year.
For it.
To get in again.
Nice.
Technically qualified for Boston.
Yep.
But don't know if I'll get into that yet.
You trying to do a certain amount? You got a list of marathons you want to run? Is that a thing?
I mean, there's the 6, there's 7 now. I think they just added Australia. So it's Boston, New York, Chicago, London, Berlin,
and Australia,
Tokyo, and Australia now.
What are these are all sanctioned underneath the same organizer or something?
TCS.
Oh, okay. Are they the biggest one in the world?
Yeah. I don't know which. I would say I think New York City is the biggest. As far as spectators and things. I could be wrong.
Is Boston the most competitive?
Boston is the most sacred.
Okay.
Records don't count there. It's
what do you mean?
If someone, I think course records and stuff, but I don't believe that certain records on that course don't count
because it's faster.
Because it's just the.
It's just it
because it's
alone.
Boston. Yeah, it's its own thing. It's
interesting.
People work their whole lives just to run Boston.
Harder to get into?
Oh yeah, it's you either have to raise at least like 10 grand.
Yeah.
And then
good barrier for entry.
Yeah. And then like now with all the shoe technology and science and nutrition, it's like everyone's getting faster. So they had to figure out a way to like make it harder to get in. So now it's like, I think the times are changing this year, but depending on your age group, you have to run like I had to run a 2:55, but then there's a 5 or 10 minute buffer that you have to run below that. So
in order to have a better chance
to get picked. So it goes in chronological order of like people that ran those faster times will get picked.
Sheesh.
So it's like I ran a 2:57 in Chicago, but had I run like a 2:50,
it would have been
5, it would have been a better chance.
Yeah.
And then it counts your age on race day. So like technically I'm going to be 36. So then I get a little bit of a push. Masters.
Yeah, we're old now. Yeah, we're masters.
So if I can stay healthy enough to get to Chicago again this year, it's not really about, I don't know if I necessarily have a goal of like running all the marathons. It's more just like setting a time and completing that time.
Yeah.
And
it's like fun to travel and do it. That's what I mean. I like to travel and ride my bike places. You know what I mean? It seems like a nice thing to experience.
It is cool. This year I'm like, so it's insane because obviously everyone in town knows it's that weekend. So plane tickets are unbelievable.
Right. Hotels are harder to get.
My hotel was $2,500.
You already have it booked.
Yeah. But like, we just booked a trip to Copenhagen. Yeah. And it was cheaper than...
What the fuck are you going to do there? You know they love bikes there, right?
Run around and eat food.
Love bikes.
But it was cheaper than a fucking trip to Chicago.
Really?
So because that weekend, everyone...
Because it's a little bit of price gouging.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm probably going by myself now because Meg's brother decided to, he booked their wedding on the same day as the marathon.
Oh. Okay.
So I was like, well...
But still, I mean, that does... So, I don't know, going on a trip with significant other is like part of the fun, but also you're sort of wanting to do other things. What do you prefer? You must prefer to want to go with Meg. Like, I want to go places with Jocelyn, you know what I mean? Even if I want to ride my bike like half the time.
Yeah, I mean, last year it was me, Meg.
Yeah, then you went with Jeremy.
And Kayla.
Yeah, right.
Which was good for like... I mean, it's tough.
It seems good for morale, right?
It is, but at the same time, I feel bad because I'm like, I don't want to walk around all day the day before. So like Jeremy and I literally laid in the hotel and watched Seinfeld the day before the marathon.
We got to elevate our legs and shit. Yeah, I got to be dialed. You got to be dialed. Yeah.
They went out and had fun and stuff. Yeah. So I know enough people racing that like I could still meet up with people. Yeah. But I think it might be put.
Is Jeremy doing it?
No, just me.
Oh, okay.
So it might put me in a different mindset to where I can like, I'm either going to be able to lock in more
rise and grind,
or I'm going to like panic. Yeah. Because I'm going to be thinking about it too.
What are you running for shoes these days?
So I've been a really big Asics guy.
Yeah. Can we talk about how the running has cooked the sneaker game?
Has it?
I think so. I think sneaker game has changed wildly. Not to my preferences. Let's just say that's what I mean by cooked, I guess. Because of running. Running has such a huge influence on sneakers. Don't you think? Like Asics is like one of the biggest brands right now.
Oh yeah.
Saucony is like a decent brand again.
Yeah. I guess it's making people pay more attention to like the lifestyle side of those brands because they're like, oh, I love these as running shoes. What do they have for like Nike, like with the SBs and stuff.
Yeah, but like even like the Alpha Flies and stuff, or like the way that I think people are also starting to realize that like Jordan 1s might not be the most comfortable shoe in the world. And so if you can rock like a New Balance, that like you're good on your feet for 8 hours a day, whether or not it's a running shoe. Yeah. But I think like New Balance sort of changed the way that people thought about shoes a little bit. And then brands like Asics and Saucony. I mean, what are you wearing right now? Oh, you are wearing Adidas right now, which is kind of a brand that is like fallen by the wayside a little bit because Nike's still big in running.
Nike?
Yeah. Right? I mean, they're fucking huge. They're like also kind of breaking rules sometimes, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I ran Chicago in the Alpha Fly 3s. Yeah. I mean, I have 2 pairs of Alpha Fly 3s and a pair of the Vapor Flies.
My God, he's a real nuisance.
Please hold.
1 hour later.
Yeah, I have 2 pairs of the Alpha Fly 3s and the Vaporfly.
Yeah.
I really only wear Nike's racing shoes.
Gotcha.
I don't really
not training.
I don't really like any of their daily shoes.
Oh, okay.
But
will you wear a pair of shoes before you wear them for a marathon? Do you have to break them in or no?
I usually will do a couple workouts in them.
A couple, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've probably talked about this before, but that interests me how fast you go. Because, I mean, obviously things are expendable. Like things are expendable in cycling too, whether it be a chain or tires or whatever, or even like shoes. Yeah. Shoes obviously wear a lot differently. But like, I mean, when you're done running a marathon, those shoes they're toast, right?
I think it depends on the shoe. Like the On Echo Boom 3.
Another huge brand. Didn't come out of nowhere. They've been around for a little while, but still
they're making better stuff now. One of the kids that I train with works for them, and he's given me a couple pairs, and they're
not just mom wearing the Costco shoes. Yeah.
They claim the Cloud Echoes claim they have 4 marathons in them.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, like there's like that Adidas shoe that only lasts 1 marathon. And it was like $500.
Yes.
And then the Alpha Fly 3s.
Yeah.
I don't know what their lifeline is on it, but I probably wouldn't run any more than 2 in them.
Yeah.
And
is that something you think about a lot? The shoe choice?
I think I've kind of I found what I like now. At first I was like just buying shoes and
running different things.
And then if I felt weird running in one, or like if I got hurt, I'm like, oh, I got hurt because it was that shoe. And I need to buy another one. And it's like, I think that's why I found Asics, just because I love the Gel Nimbus 25 and then the Nova Blast 4 were like my 2 favorite shoes. So I'm
good. Wow, great names.
Just going to keep buying these.
Yeah.
And then the Nova Blast 5 came out.
Yep.
And I bought that. So, I've just been using the Super Blast, Nova Blast, and the Gel Nimbus.
Wow.
And then I just bought their race shoe, which is the Meta Speed.
Okay.
Meta Speed Sky.
Yeah.
So, and I like all of them, and they've been working. So I'm like, I'm just going to stick with this brand.
Carbon plates in any of these?
The Meta Speed is a race shoe.
Yeah.
It's like one of the lightest shoes right now.
Yeah. How light? Do you know?
I don't off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I can.
But still, like super. Oh yeah, the house beeps. I have a house that beeps when people open the door. I find that so interesting. I know some of these like break the rules and stuff. Like
181 grams.
Wow.
Which is 6.5 ounces. That's a men's size 9.
Yes, that's like half a pound.
Yeah.
Less than half a pound.
Yeah.
For a pair of shoes.
And I think that's the new one. Yeah, 183 grams. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's pretty crazy.
That's the one that you just got.
Yeah.
That you will use during the marathon, you think?
I bought it to test for that.
Yeah.
I think that will be the shoe. I've only worn it for 2 workouts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty nice shoe. So that might be the one. And the colorway is very cool. It's like,
oh, come on, let me see, and we can put it up on the screen.
I'm trying to find a picture of it. It's like yellow and like the
what is the name of it again?
Meta Speed Sky Paris. Oh, here it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My goodness. Is that whole thing the sole? Is that actually the sole?
The midsole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. And I get 20% off Asics through Marathon Sports, so that also.
Whenever I go places, everyone's wearing fucking Asics, dog. What the hell? I guess. It's not a bad thing. It's just like it's changed so significantly. And I'm not saying that everyone needs to like wear Dunks all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, I miss my Dunks. I wish I knew where the hell they went.
Yeah, you sold them, didn't you?
No, I think I just lost them from like moving.
Yeah. You used to skate them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had ones that were like I think the Neptunes are worth something pretty significant now.
Yeah, and you just like skated them.
Had like the Brian Anderson like Hunters, like
those are great.
The Mork and Mindy's.
Oh, those are great too.
Yeah. All in a dumpster somewhere now.
Yeah. Well, that's good. All right, so how would you say running has changed your perspective on like training in general? Like, does it translate? Like, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like, is it similar to the way that you viewed cycling? Did you go to running and then realize like, wow, I was riding my bike way too much, or what, you know?
I would say 3 significant things. One being, well, for one, time.
Yes.
To get like, you know, a 45-minute, hour-long run is kind of the same endurance
like
effort
a 3-hour
as
ride?
like a 30-mile-ish ride, maybe, like hour and a half, 2-hour ride.
Right.
But honestly, I think the most...
Because, I mean, let's be honest, you weren't like a weekend warrior on the bike. You were hitting miles. You were riding a lot.
Yeah. And I think it was a little easier when I was like, you know, I was riding from... I was in the city riding in like the shop, like the pizza shop. I was kind of doing it on my own and like was basically working the hours that I wanted.
Right. I mean, your pizza business has only grown since it started.
Yeah.
Which sort of coincided with getting into bikes more. Right. Yeah. And then you had to put more time in. Yeah. And so it's more time effective.
Yeah.
Training
sure.
wise. Yeah.
That was one of the biggest things. And then, but also just like importances. So, I mean, if that's a word.
I mean, if it's multiple things that are important, I'd buy it.
The importances of actual recovery and rest days and weight training.
Yeah.
Like, if I took a day off the bike, I would be like, that, like...
Oh, you'd be upset?
Yeah, like, I'd, like... that, I don't know, I just felt like that episode of SpongeBob where he didn't think he needed water. And
yes.
Like, I need it.
Yeah.
But... like being a runner is like a calculated thing
because of injury.
Yeah. If you're not strength training, you're gonna get hurt.
Right.
And then just like taking an actual rest day, like focusing on mobility and things.
Well, I mean, a lot of cyclists could use this as a lesson.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And that I think
the injury thing is probably the biggest.
Yeah.
Because people tend to like ride through pain.
Yeah.
You know? Or they'll just it's not the same type of injury.
Right.
Because it's overuse versus like say like direct strain.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Impact
like
and things like
impact,
that.
Right? So it's like, oh, my knee's hurting. Well, yeah, like you rode 15 hours the last 3 weeks. No shit, your knee is hurting. Like you've done so many pedal strokes, you know, and it's like, oh, well, maybe if I just ride, it'll like loosen it up. Yeah. Whereas like running, like you can, I think it's easier to tell, right? Like, oh, I'm doing something wrong. My form is off. I'm weak on my left side or whatever, and it's causing me to be out of balance, and it's just like throwing me off, right? Like, I think that's probably a good thing, you know?
Yeah. I mean, when I first got into it, like when I trained for New York, I didn't lift at all.
Yeah.
And then I got, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't a lifting issue, but I got tendonitis in my post tib.
Yep.
So, you know, I went to PT for that, started to learn a lot. That went away relatively quickly.
Yeah.
And then when I got like the hamstring tendonitis was when I was like really like, okay, I need to start lifting. And I went through a ton of physical therapy for that. And that was when I was kind of like just slowly learning everything and seeing how everything reacted. And then actually taking days off and like looking forward to those days too.
Yeah.
Being like, okay, I don't have to do anything today, and that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's something about us, let's call us COVID babies when it comes to bikes.
Yes.
Because I would say we were COVID babies.
Oh,
right?
I was, yeah.
Like, I mean, I think we both had a very similar experience of having jobs that went down to almost nothing during COVID.
Yeah.
Because we were doing like, you know, you were doing live entertainment stuff.
Yep.
And I was doing, video shoots, right? And like things just weren't happening. And so we were like, what are we going to do with our free time? And we had all of that sort of amateur fitness, right? Like all of a sudden we were putting in the hours and like it was feeling good.
Yeah.
And then, but like there is like a certain like a level of burnout, you know? And like, I mean, I've gone through different levels of burnout when it comes to cycling and have had to learn that like, you know, it's good to like train and be at a certain hour or a certain amount of threshold, but like you also need to make sure that you come down from that. Like it's not just, you know what I mean? Like that's not the right track if you're looking on Strava or you're looking on your Garmin or whatever, you know, like you need like peaks and valleys and like
like recovery weeks and things like that.
Yeah, you know, or like even built into the season, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay to take a week off in June. It's okay to take a week off in September, you know, especially if you plan on riding a lot in October and November or whatever, you know? Like, I rode my bike 5 days, 100 miles, like a day to DC.
Yeah.
And it was in April. And so I was like, oh, May's going to come around the corner. It's going to be great. Bro, I couldn't fucking... I didn't feel like I was making progress on my bike until legitimately like maybe a week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was like just stagnation. And like I was working more, you know, and so like that was good. And like I wasn't getting as many hours on the bike, but like I just needed to be like, no, like just take time off the bike. And that's something that I learned from doing way too much stuff, you know, and it does seem like you're at more risk to like actually hurt your ligaments as opposed to just like burning out mentally when it comes to running, would you say? Like,
yeah, I mean, there's the two, you know, there's either muscle or tendon issues or there's stress fractures.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I've heard, like, I've actually just read something about a cyclist who like thought they could run a marathon because their fitness was great. I think they ran a half. And when after they did it, they had stress fractures.
Yeah.
Because like they were running way too fast.
Yeah.
You know, because like they have this like cycling endurance or whatever. And then they think they can run at a clip and then they go and run 13 miles or something. And they're like, oh, I did something bad, you know? And that's because like it isn't the same. It isn't the same. The endurance engines might be similar, but it isn't the same, right?
Yeah.
So like, do you see is there any like crossover fitness? Do you see yourself wanting to ride bikes at all? Like, does the warm weather call to you at all? Like when it comes to riding, or are you just like, nah, the time doesn't make sense? I mean, we can talk about the pizza shop a little bit too and how it all, you know, coincides.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've definitely like would love to do some group rides again.
Yeah.
It's just, but I'm never like, I never really think about it. Like,
sure.
I think I'm just like so ingrained in like the training now and kind of the.
It wouldn't impact your training negatively though, right? Getting on the bike once a week. Do you think it would?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. It's just more. I mean, more so for the marathon training is like, just volume is everything. So like trying to get as many miles in as possible.
Yeah.
So having that day off, I mean, it wouldn't really, you're still gaining endurance from it, but it's not the same. Like,
it's not in the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your body,
it's more of a stopgap than like a step up, would you say?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know enough to say yes or no, but I mean, my coach is a cyclist, which is funny because I don't know if you know Noah Carroll.
No, just like tangentially. Yeah, I don't know him.
But yeah, from like finding this group now, I feel like that's kind of just what I look forward to now for the week. And you know, we get together.
You got together earlier today, like twice a week, or how's that work?
Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays are their days. So like Tuesdays and Fridays are workout days. We're either on the track or on the road. There's like a 2-mile loop. We meet up at Brown Stadium.
Yeah.
And then Thursdays are like sprint development days. So
oh my goodness,
very short.
It sounds so serious.
Very short, like sprinting and just working on the actual mechanics of running. And I feel like that day is like, it's a very easy day. It's more of like a quote unquote weightlifting day. Like it kind of has the same effect on your body as like doing squats or something. But I've learned so much like mechanic wise just from that day.
You know, that's interesting. I don't think cyclists talk about mechanics when it, like comparing each other at all, really. You know, it's not like really a point of conversation where I've heard people who run talk about it. They're like, you know, I don't know what the nuances are really, but it does seem like to be a thing that's like shared amongst runners. Whereas amongst cyclists, like it's not really. I mean, cyclists, honestly, dude, they are so annoying. Like the more and more I ride my bike, the more I realize how much I love it. But like riding bikes with other people is like sometimes so like draining to my psyche that like I don't know, like I'm sure there are good people to ride bikes with. Like I loved riding bikes with you. I like riding bikes with like, you know, with Brian and with Adam and all that shit. I loved riding bikes with Jeremy, right? Like, but there are so many people that like I've met through It's Just a Hill, and I put a group ride up and then people come and I'm kind of like, oh fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like,
And I get that.
And then I'm like, oh, like I'm just trying to like sort of escape. Like that's what cycling is to me. You know, it's a great workout. Don't get me wrong. And like, but I love that. But it is also like the sense of adventure and the sense of escape. And like, like I personally look at my phone way too much. Right. Like, and when I'm on my bike, I'm not doing that shit. You know, like I'm thinking about something. I'm like focused. I'm hyper focused, and I like that. You know, and so like. I don't know what it is about cyclists, man, but the more and more I ride my bike, the more and more I'm just like annoyed by the culture that is cycling. And like running seems to like found a place that is like hip with a younger crowd. I mean, I joked earlier that we're old. We're not that old, but like we're close to middle age, you know? There are younger people that could be getting into anything, right? That is, let's say, endurance based. Fucking I mean, run clubs are so I was fucking just gonna say the run club cool, thing dude. You know what I mean? It's like like whether or not you think it's cool, it is very like hip. Yeah. Right? And if that motivates you to go out and run, like there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Cycling clubs are like not like that. You know, like there's no viralness to cycling clubs. People fucking hate cyclists. Yeah. It seems like there's more viralness to like some meme account saying, oh, why don't you run this guy off the road because they're in the middle of the road. You know what I mean? Like there seems to be more of that.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me.
Than there is like,
But yeah, and the same thing with even the like the group that I train with is like, you know, it's Rhode Island Track Club. Right. It's Kurt Benniger is the head coach, and his wife is Molly Huddle. She's a 2-time Olympian.
Oh, cool.
And there's like, it's a sick group because everyone is like serious. Yep. But it's like we have fun. Yep. And you know, there's Aaron Gruen is in the group. He's a 2:09 marathoner. He has the Austrian record.
Oh, wow.
And Erica Kemp is...
These are people that are like, they go to Brown too, or is it just
no, we just practice there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Erica Kemp is in the group. She's a professional Brooks athlete.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm like training alongside these pros.
Right.
But they're like, you know, we're like warming up together and like running together, like doing reps on the track. And everyone is like very supportive.
And they seem like approachable?
Oh yeah, like
so the people around here who ride bikes who aren't even pros, who just like think they're cool because they go fast, are like unapproachable.
I'm like, Erica raced the mini 10K in New York City. It was on TV and I was watching it, and I'm like, I run with her. Right. I'm like, this is so weird.
Right.
But it's like, it's cool because
there is an American culture behind it. There's like no American cycling. Everyone who rides bikes, they move to Europe if they're American. You know what I mean? Like even like big crit guys who want to go and ride like you know, in the world tour, like Luke Lamperti or whatever. He just like moved, you know, you move to Belgium and you join Lotto Soudal. Yeah. Like there's no It's interesting because like
it is a weird dynamic.
I mean, I know that cycling and running aren't like exactly the same, but like, man, it just seems like running is like has this moment, and cycling is like the moment is like people saying like you getting like rolled coal on, you know what I mean? Like that feels like the moment for cycling, and like
I mean, and it's happened to all of us. It's not fun.
Yeah, and I don't know. Do you feel safer running? You must. Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things is like if I'm running on the road, you know, you run the opposite way, so I can see who's coming at me. Yeah, and that feels just like more comforting to me.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I also do like a lot of my long runs on the bike path, so I don't have anything to worry about.
Right.
But
I mean, I see the benefit.
I mean, most of my daily running is on the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and I've said it before. I'm like, it's crazy. Like, you know, people will like wave at you or say hi, or like I've never been honked at, like, and then I think about all the times that I've been on a bike and like almost died.
Yeah, been yelled at for no reason.
Yeah, been screamed at and like chased off the road. It's just insane.
Some guy the other day was driving the opposite direction, and it was a 4-lane road, so 2 lanes going each way. He was going in the other direction, and he yelled, "Fuck you, get on the bike path." Wasn't even close to being in his way, you know?
Holy shit.
He couldn't even pretend that I was in his way.
Oh my God. People just suck.
Can we talk about pizza a bit and then nutrition a little? Sure. So, new pizza shop. I mean, same pizza shop. Same a guy in his pie.
Same guy, different pie.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that what you're saying? Same pie. No.
Same pie. But yeah, very exciting. How long have you been open
now? Like a little over a month.
I'm looking at your hat. It's
April
at 3rd,
560
Mineral Spring Ave.
Yes. Same address.
Yep.
Different
Slightly bigger
unit.
Different unit. You can sit inside now.
You can sit
There's
inside.
alcohol now.
We got beer. We got wine.
Yep.
Really focusing on like the natural wine thing.
Yep. Looks great inside.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, local beer and just like gathering natural wines from all around the world.
Oh, what do you mean? Is that what you're going to Copenhagen for? You're going to taste test wines there?
I am going to some wine bars. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a write-off.
There you go. That's good. Yeah, there you go.
No, but yeah, I mean, we have like some really good Slovenian wines in Spain,
Pog,
Italy. Yeah.
Yep.
He probably knows
Probably knows the Slovenian wines. Yep.
But no, my kitchen manager, Shay, is he has a very wealth of knowledge of wines.
Oh, cool.
So he's kind of been spearheading that.
Yep.
So it's been cool.
What days of the week are you now?
We're still Wednesday through Saturday, but we're about to hard launch Sundays.
Oh, so, there we go.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
You still eat pizza regularly?
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. Today is Tuesday because that's when you're testing out new stuff.
Yeah.
How do you feel it? You know, we've heard the term before in cycling, pizza legs. Will you run tomorrow after eating pizza today? I mean, you probably didn't gorge on pizza, did you? Sometimes?
Normally I would.
Yeah.
I have to take tomorrow off due to whatever is wrong with my leg.
Yep. So your hamstring is feeling better.
Hamstring is better.
Yep.
And then last Tuesday, my hip flexor flared up.
Yep.
And I've been trying to kind of run through it, and it doesn't seem to be.
So a day off is in order.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
raising the legs, maybe. Yeah. You got an ideal training slice to fuel a ride? If you had to only fuel a ride on pizza, what kind would it be?
Shit. I would probably do like the potato one that we do sometimes.
Oh.
Just because like lots of carbs.
I like this. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, cheese base, thinly sliced potatoes, some ricotta, rosemary, salt. Classic.
Do you feel like being in the food industry, I mean, obviously you think about food a lot, you need to eat a lot to run a lot or to ride your bike a lot. But like, does you ever like, oh man, I wish I didn't think about pizza every single day. I mean, if you're watching on the video, you can tell Brian's in great shape. His legs look great.
Oh, thanks. I shaved him yesterday.
Nice. I haven't shaved mine in almost a month.
Still shaving them.
Nice. Looking good. Is that a thing in running?
Kind of. Yes and no. It's like some people do, some people don't. I just like the way they look when they're shaved.
Yeah, it looks great.
So,
yeah.
I think, look faster.
Yeah, you look faster,
yeah.
Sleeker. Do you ever think like, oh man, I wish I didn't have to think about pizza every day? Or have you found a good balance?
I think it's more so the business itself than thinking about pizza.
Right. It's more than just the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really think ever about like wanting to eat it.
Yeah. You don't ever think about wanting to eat it?
Not really. No.
You're just eating it because you're adding something to the menu or you're taste testing?
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, that's for the sake of like quality control, making sure it's.
Is pizza your favorite food? Is this a bad is it okay for the pizza guy to say no? Pizza's not my favorite food, or maybe it is.
I don't think it is.
Okay,
yeah.
I
don't know if I have a favorite food.
Oh, interesting.
I think I have like a favorite. I have like favorite
like genres of food.
Genres, yeah. I'm a huge fan of like Indian food, or like.
Have you been to Chaska in Garden City? Oh, you don't live around here anymore.
No.
Yeah, you live on the other side of the bay.
There is a good Indian spot near where I live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love Indian food.
But that or like Mediterranean food. I don't know.
Yep.
Which I guess could be like a Greek pizza.
Sure. Yeah. Just put some feta and some olives on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so instead of just nutrition based, can we talk about supplements a little bit?
Yeah.
A little bit. So, I sort of talked about it before, at the beginning of the episode, we teased it a bit, but supplement taking. I think we've both shared pictures of what we take.
Yeah.
We can talk about
I sent you that BPN billboard.
Yes, Brian is a huge fan of BPN, Bare Performance Nutrition, right?
Yes.
BARE.
Yep.
You got a promo code you can hand out to people, or no?
I don't. Well,
that doesn't get you money. I wanted to get you money.
No,
I wanted to get you money.
I use another guy's.
No, I don't want you to be giving out someone else's. I mean, unless you want to. What's sort of in the rotation these days? And when are you taking them?
Every
guess, which
morning.
I also think is important. Yep.
Every morning,
as soon as you wake up.
Yeah, as soon as I get up, before I have anything, I have their super greens.
Mm-hmm.
electrolytes, magnesium, which is from Thorne.
Okay.
And then I use Momentous.
Yep.
Their peptide collagen.
Yep.
And then sometimes I'll put creatine in that.
These are all powders?
Yeah. And then I mix them all up.
In one thing?
One thing.
Water?
Yeah. Most of it's unflavored, so the super greens and the electrolytes are like lemon lime.
Oh, nice.
So it all mixes pretty well.
Kind of like a Gatorade type of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Lime.
It's more like on the greenier side.
Yeah, not as
like,
sweet, more earthy.
But like a good, they're like very drinkable greens. I don't know if you've ever tried like athletic greens.
I have tried athletic
greens. Tastes like grass.
Yes, it does.
But this stuff is much better.
Doesn't taste like grass?
No.
Has a little earthy, like matcha-ness to it or what?
Yeah, I guess if I were to compare even the texture of the powder, it's a little matcha.
Matcha, okay. Yeah. Okay. And so, interesting. So, yeah, I'm taking electrolytes in the morning too, usually like an element packet. Mm-hmm. And with that, I'm taking Niacel 400 and iron. Okay. With apple cider vinegar. But that's in the morning on an empty stomach. I take other things later in the day. What are your thoughts on collagen and peptides? Because I know very little about them and what they're sort of providing.
I've been taking collagen for a while. I don't know. It claims it's good for your tendons and things like that. Obviously, I've had tendonitis twice in 2 different places.
Yeah, come on, collagen and peptides, step it up.
I don't know how well.
Is this the thing? Is this the scoop? The scoop together is collagen and peptides. Like it's both of those things and one.
Collagen peptides.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
it's the most abundant protein in your body, and is a major building block of skin, tendons, ligaments, cartilage, bones, muscles.
Yeah.
It seems to be like one of those things that like I'm hearing a lot more about lately. Mm-hmm. And I would consider it one of these like biohacking things, which I think like Niacel 400 is like biohacking. Like that's at least how they're being marketed. Yeah. Let's be honest.
It's kind of like when I hurt my hamstring, I started taking, BPC 157, which is like some weird gray area, like non-tested thing. Yeah. That like, you can inject it, which is the better way to do it. But I was taking it orally. Yep. Did it work? I have no idea.
What was it called again?
I got better. BPC 157. And I got it from. It's like very strange. When you buy it, it's like not for human use or like not for ingestion.
What is it for?
So here it is. This is the exact Hyperion Elementals.
It's a body protection compound 157, a synthetic peptide derived from a protective protein found in the human stomach.
Yeah.
It's not FDA approved, but it's gained underground popularity among athletes and biohackers for its supposed healing and recovery properties. This seems right up my alley.
Yeah, it's supposed to like regenerate tissues.
Please keep me young. I want to live on this burning earth forever. I just want to live forever.
I think it got like really popular in like the NFL and stuff. And obviously they're injecting it.
How much creatine are you taking a day?
Whatever the one scoop is.
5 grams?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll take it twice a day if I remember to take my protein shake.
Oh, okay.
But
like after a workout, you mean?
Yeah. But normally I'll do it in the morning just so I don't forget.
Yeah, so that's when I'm taking my creatine is with my protein shake after a workout with recovery and tart cherry either juice if I'm at home or tart cherry extract powder if I'm not at home.
Yeah.
Love that tart cherry juice.
Yes.
Antioxidants.
I've had that before.
I'm all about the antioxidants. The Montmorency tart cherry. It's a highly sought after tart cherry.
I'll do and then I guess another thing I'll add in the morning if it's a workout day.
Yep.
And I love how we call them workouts because like a normal person that would like go for a run, like that's a workout. But then like,
oh yes,
you have a day that's like a workout.
A workout because it's specifically you're doing sprints or something.
Yeah,
right.
Sounds funny to say.
Right.
But on like a workout or like a long run day, I will also have the G1M Sport, which is a carb mix drink. So I'll like sip on that in the morning.
Yep.
While I'm eating. Yeah.
While you're eating regular food.
Yeah. They just put a new one out that has caffeine in it.
Oh.
So I'll have that.
Yep.
Before I go out, and then you can also it's also designed to drink while you're running.
Working out. While you're running.
I hate running with like a handheld, so I'll either just do a bunch of gels or I'll find a loop where I can like put a bottle.
Oh, nice.
And just grab it when I go by. But that.
Do you run with food?
Huh?
Do you run with food?
No.
How long are you running for? What's a long, just gels? What's a long run?
In my current training block, because we're still building, hour and 40 is my longest, but it could get up to maybe 2 hours.
That'll be like the longest hours before the marathon.
Yeah.
Yep.
You never truly get up. I think like last year, my longest long run was 22 miles.
Yeah. Right. You don't do the marathon.
No. I mean, some people do.
Right.
It depends. But yeah, it was 22 miles, and I did a 6-mile loop on like Blackstone Boulevard, and I had I had little bottles set up that I would just grab each pass and throw them on someone's lawn and get them when I was done.
Yeah.
But I was like running with a handheld at one time, and it just really bothers me.
Yeah.
So
what do you do with your phone?
I usually don't bring it.
How do you listen?
Or
if
it's my tights. No, I don't listen to music.
What the fuck? You don't listen to music?
Yeah, I'm a fucking psychopath.
Wow. Do most people listen to music? Is that a thing?
I think so. I think a lot of people do.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have half tights that I wear sometimes that have like a really good phone pocket,
like a cargo pocket. That's tight. Yeah.
But I've been running in like my 3-inch split shorts now for a while because I like them. They're nice and flowy.
Yeah.
And there's no phone pocket. There's 4 gel pocket, but no, I don't bring anything.
On the rare occasion that I run, I never know what to do with my phone.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing with this? I hate having it in my hand, but I hate even more putting it in my pocket because then it's like weighing down my pants all weird.
That's why I kind of just like not bringing it with me.
And then some people are strapping it to their arm.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
If I'm doing something crazy or like going somewhere new, sometimes I'll make routes and like, I'll send them to Meg or something and be like, if you don't ever see me again, I'll be on this road.
Can you load a route on that map, on that watch of yours?
Yeah. Koros.
Yeah.
I can load routes here, but it won't like show her where I am if I don't have my phone with me. So
Gotcha.
I'll just be like, here's my route.
Here's the route. Yeah,
if I don't come back,
drive it backwards. Yeah.
But no, I mean, I run most of the same routes, so I'm like, I don't want to bring my phone, and it's just, and then I just feel free, man.
Oh,
just out there running.
Are there any supplements that you're taking that we didn't talk about?
The protein. I am taking a recovery from BPN, which is not a protein recovery. It's more of like
amino acids.
Yeah, like a muscle aid.
Yep.
Type
anti-inflammatory type of thing.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I take turmeric after a ride.
Yeah. So I'll smash that like right after a hard workout.
Yeah.
And then I'll have my protein afterwards.
Yeah.
And then, just a bunch of vitamins.
Yeah.
Which I have been slacking on because I ran out of them.
And these are all BPN as well?
Thorne.
What draws you to these specific brands?
BPN, I got a little influenced on.
Yep.
There was a content creator.
Listen, if you think that you've never been influenced, you're lying to yourself.
Everyone's always
you've been influenced. So just be honest with yourself. It's like how recently I've decided to just start telling people that I'm a hipster because everyone's like, "Oh, no one ever wants to say that they're a hipster." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. You've been influenced.
Subliminally, I was influenced.
Yes.
And I was like, I need to buy all of these.
Yes, exactly.
Eric Floberg. He makes very good running videos.
Okay, cool.
Very inspirational.
Yep.
Just felt like a cool, normal guy.
Yep.
And he got a code, and I was like, I'm gonna
try this.
I forget what the first product. I think it was protein, and then they made gels. They started making gels, which I think I gave. I did
try them. They were so good.
And then I was like, well, they make everything.
I tried 2 different flavors, I think, and they were both
the mango and the mixed berry, or the mixed berry and the apple cinnamon.
Oh no, maybe apple cinnamon and mango then.
Okay. Yeah, so they started making all this stuff, and I was like, well, they're literally making everything that I use.
And if it's a brand that you trust.
Yeah.
Because that's the weird thing with supplements and vitamins, right? Like, they're not administered by the FDA.
I bought this thing of pills from some random website. I only bought them because my friend used them, and he's still alive. So,
so you mentioned Thorne.
Yeah.
Thorne seems to be like a company that like athletes trust.
Yeah.
And especially, I think, with people who are like, actual competitive athletes that are getting drug tested, that's a big thing, because like if you're taking like a B vitamin or something that's like tainted with something that's a banned substance, that could be a problem. And so companies like Thorne exist, or companies like, what's the other one that I have? Oh, Force Factor is another one that I've done I want to say research. Listen, I'm not fucking Joe Rogan, okay? I'm not pretending to do research. I'm just looking things up on the internet.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. But there are obviously, like, if you get sort of, let's just say, vitamins from Walmart or from Amazon, there's a chance that they're just selling you dust, right? Because it's not actually overseen. And so this is actually, I talked about taking creatine on the podcast a couple months ago, and there was a conversation on the WhatsApp chat about how, like, I shouldn't trust creatine because it's not monitored by the FDA, you know, and I think that's fine for someone to have that opinion, but for them to sort of like push it on me really made me roll my eyes. And when I tell you who it was, you're going to 100% understand why it happened the way that it did. But I have felt I know that like I don't want to say like creatine's made me smarter, but like I think it has. Like I think it's made my brain like more cognizant. I think it's made me, it's not just about like the muscles for me or like just the recovery. Like it also is like the most tested supplement on earth, like more than any other supplement in the world, because they're realizing all these different things. And I think for a long time, people thought that like you had to stack creatine and you had to like, you know, take 5 or 20 milligrams like every single day for like 2 weeks, you know, and then you could taper down. But like taking 5 grams of creatine like every day is good for your brain health, your heart health, like all of your muscles and stuff, you know? And so like if you can find a brand that you trust and you think you're feeling better about it, you know, like I've been taking this Niacel 400, which is like kind of a B vitamin thing that I honestly, I don't know that much about it, but I've been feeling really good since I've been taking it. And like, is it just because I'm taking it that I'm like, I don't think it's just psychosomatic, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like there's got to be some sort of science to it. Obviously I'm not a scientist. It's a form of vitamin B3 and it's a precursor to NAD plus, which is NAD plus levels decline with age, stress, poor sleep, and intense training. And so basically it's keeping those levels topped off the same way that creatine keeps your creatinine levels topped off, or the same way that sugar keeps your glycogen levels topped off. You know what I mean? Like there are all these things in our bodies that like we run on, right? Yeah. Not run, Brian. Don't fucking relax. But you know what I mean? And so that's all, like, it's just, I think it's about like finding the right balance. And then, yeah, like finding maybe brands that you trust or that like other people trust that you can like stand behind, right? Like, and even if that means you're being influenced, like, okay, this person takes this and they feel good after taking this, like, it's okay to trust that person.
Yeah.
You know,
I can just buy it all from one spot anyways. So
yeah, exactly.
Like, all right.
Yeah.
Even the creatine I get is BPN as well. So.
Right. What about ketones? Are ketones a thing in running?
Yes.
That's the last thing I would like to talk about.
They are.
Have you tried
I've
them
never
at all?
tried them.
I have ketone IQ.
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
First of all, they're like, it tastes better than it did 5 years ago. I can't imagine what it tastes like 5 years ago.
Battery acid?
It still tastes like battery acid. It tastes like all of the bad qualities of cough syrup. You know, cough syrup has like 6 bad qualities, maybe like 3 good ones. The 3 good ones are gone. It's just the 6 bad ones. I've taken it 3 times. I got it like on a deal through the feed or whatever. I have felt like shit actually after having taken them. Yeah.
Huh.
Like I've actually felt worse than I expected to feel on the bike after taking ketone IQ in the morning.
Interesting.
3 times now. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. There's this kid who like takes it religiously.
Yeah. I know some people who love it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it. Like there's something about it, right? And so like ketones are another form of energy, like that are naturally in our body. And when you go into ketosis, like your body's making more of that to run off of it because you're like depleting your sugar levels essentially.
Right.
But yeah, I bought.
It's so expensive too.
Yeah, that's why. Like I don't know. I think I got one as a promo at an event, right? And then I saw a deal that I was like, all right, I'll buy a pack of 6, you know, because I think trying more than one makes sense. Like trying just one doesn't make sense.
Right.
I tried one before a big ride, felt whatever. Then I tried one before a nat jog, did not feel good. Like felt just mediocre. Like my legs were not hitting. And then I tried one the other day before a big ride and it was just like, no, I don't feel any like different than I think I should. Like otherwise I like ate the same way, you know, like I fueled on the bike and all that. Like, I don't know, maybe ketones just aren't for me.
Interesting.
I mean, I guess that could be possible. Have you ever taken something and then stopped taking it?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
I've never really, well, when I was like weight training, I was lifting a lot during the winter just because I wasn't running, trying to get over the injury, and I was taking a lot of like pre-workout, like actual pre-workout.
Yeah.
Like, you know, your head starts scratching.
Yeah, because there's what is in that?
Your own skin.
Like tons of caffeine and other stuff. Like,
well, it has a lot of caffeine. I haven't done any research on it. I'm just I'm gonna take this and I like stack it with another thing that like it's BPN Flight. It was called.
Yeah.
And then I was stacking it with Endo Pump.
Oh,
which is like,
this sounds like stuff you get at GCN.
Supposed to promote like blood flow.
Oh, okay.
So like you get harder like pumps.
Yeah.
And I'm like in the garage, like, let's go.
Yeah, dude. I used to take that, like, I used to take the noon pre-workout stuff.
Yeah.
And it does, it like makes you tingly. It like makes my my cheeks feel.
I mean, you feel sick. Like, like you can like in a good way. I'm like, this is sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I stopped taking that just because, and you also have to like time it. Like, because I don't want to feel crazy when I'm done working out.
Right.
And I also like having coffee. So like, I'm already all jacked up.
Right.
So there was days where I was like taking the pre-workout and then I'd be like, I guess I can't have coffee, or like I'm just gonna have decaf, because I do pay attention to like how much caffeine I'm intaking. I drink a lot of coffee, but I try not to like go crazy with it. So I'm like, I can't have coffee today. So I stopped taking pre-workout. It's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. I stopped taking pre-workout too. I still am on the recovery train, but beforehand, just regular food.
Yeah.
Just eat regular food, waffles, yogurt, whatever.
Bagels,
oatmeal. Yeah. Bananas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had oatmeal and bananas today.
Yeah.
Just, I definitely eat less. I'm still eating a lot, but I don't think the calorie burn is not as
You're not burning the same amount.
Not even close.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But still eating a lot.
What's a normal, like, what's an hour-wise week right now? Like, say you didn't have an injury, what are you looking at hours-wise running?
So right now we're at 52 miles was last week. So that's 6 hours and 36 minutes.
Oh, yeah. 52 miles of running seems wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many days is that? 5 days? 6 days?
We're at 6 now.
6.
So it's a very steady.
It is pretty steady. Wow. Yeah.
And
see, cycling can't do that.
Yeah.
Because you'll be fucked. I rode 20 hours last week. I can't ride 20 hours this week.
Yeah.
You know, I should be riding 12 to 15.
10%
more
each week.
As you ramp up.
Yeah.
And then you'll taper.
Yeah. I'm not tapering for anything right now, but he has me at like, you know, you'll go up and then you'll have an easy week, like a down week.
Right.
And so it's kind of like,
how many up before the down? Is it 3-1?
We haven't really talked about that.
Yep.
It's just kind of like, we're basically just base building at this point. Cause I got, you know, I took 4 months off.
Right.
And we started in March.
Yeah.
So since March, it's been like very slowly going up, and then introducing like workouts and stuff like that. It was all like easy running.
Right.
And then he had me on the bike. He had me doing like FTP stuff and like 40-20s.
Yeah. Just to get the heart rate where like just to get the heart rate up and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. He had me doing stuff like that. Just like simple shit, like, you know, an hour on, but like 20 minutes at this percentage of FTP.
Yeah.
And then, and it's all been time-based running, which is interesting because I've never done it that way.
Yeah. Like this is how many to do a week, or this is per workout?
No, just like he'll email me my schedule.
Yeah.
Like every Sunday night.
Yeah.
And just be like, you know, Tuesday coming to the track, won't even tell me what my workout is.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah. And I'll show up and be like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice because I don't like,
you don't think about it, you don't get in your head.
I just fuel for a hard workout and show up. And then like, you know, the normal days where I'm on my own, it'll be like hour easy.
Yeah.
You know, like something like that.
Yeah.
Which is, I kind of like it better. And then I'm kind of learning, like, I know exactly how fast and far I need to go to hit that hour.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like what type of loop to do or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never really, I mean, my peak Chicago last year, I only got up to 63 miles only, but
yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, just trying to stay resilient, keep my body in one piece has been hard. So,
do you think there are any, and maybe it's this bare performance nutrition BPM, but like what is something in fueling your running that you think cyclists don't know about or don't think about? Like, I mean, I know some brands transfer, right? Like Morton or whatever, or like I know there are gels that like we could both be eating, but are there any brands that are big in the running space that you think like cycling, you know, because I always eat dumb shit. Like, what should I be looking out for?
I think it's pretty
similar,
coexistent. Like, yep. I mean, I was taking Morton for a while.
Yep.
I mean, you could use BPM for cycling. It's all the same shit.
I don't see that marketed very much for cycling.
No, I mean, they do have some athletes that I feel like, you know, I mean, Nick Bear is like a weight training. He's like a power lifter that runs marathons. So I think that's kind of why their marketing went that way.
Yeah.
But they also they have like triathletes and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think I have seen ads of like cycling.
You ever want to do a triathlon?
No. Fuck no.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't like it.
And that's fine. Let's remind people about pizza real quick. Right. A guy in his pie on Instagram. There are hashtags. Fuck. There are underscores in between each word. Right.
Yes.
So people just look at you, a guy in his pie, they'll find you.
Yeah.
560 Mineral Spring Ave.
Yeah.
There are hats coming out.
There's a whole line coming out.
Ooh, look out. What does it say? Oh, it says Detroit style pizza.
Yeah.
Yep. It's got a nice little Detroit lion on there.
Yeah.
It's a tiger. I don't know why I said a lion.
Yeah, we're doing shirts, hoodies, tote bags.
Can you also explain to people why of the Midwestern regional pizza, Detroit style is so much better than Chicago? Could you maybe just tell let people know what Detroit style is? Because whenever I tell people about your pizza, they're like, "What's Detroit style?"
Yeah, no one knows.
I try to explain it, but I know I'm not doing the best job.
So it started in Detroit.
Okay, good start.
The pans that they use like rectangular shaped blue steel pans.
Yep.
And it started because
great lore here.
The factory workers at auto shops would like have their parts in them.
Right.
And then they would get hungry.
Yep.
And they're like, we have to make pizza.
Food with something. Yeah, we need to make pizza.
We need to make pizza.
Yeah.
What do we use?
Yeah.
So they ended up using these pans.
Yeah.
And so basically it like caramelizes the cheese on the edge.
Makes the cheese all the way to the edge.
All the way to the edge. Whew. So you get like this nice crispy, lacy edge.
You can call it what it is. You can call it the name it is.
Frico?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to hear you say Frico.
Frico.
Yeah.
And then the dough is like, well, our dough specifically is more like focaccia based. So very light, fluffy. It is thick.
Yep.
But it doesn't sit in your stomach.
No, it's light and fluffy. It's tall, but it's like airy.
Yeah. So, and then there's just like a lot of cheese, and then sauce gets ladled on top, and two lines across the top.
Right. And people can get more than just pizza, right? We talked about the wine selection, the beer selection.
We're doing
sometimes there's cookies.
We're doing salads.
Yep.
We've been working on a couple smaller plated items. We want to we want to bring sandwiches back again.
Yep.
It's been a while since we've done that.
Yep.
And then the cookies, olive oil
cake. Yep.
Working on chocolate cake soon, hopefully.
Nice. Sometimes focaccia too, right?
Focaccia, we've been doing like tomato slices.
Yep.
Just keeping them guessing.
Best pizza for recovery is that potato one, you think?
I think, yeah. I mean, any pizza
is good for recovery. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, you got any closing statements? Any final thoughts or wisdom you want to tell the world about? Everyone who's listening or watching because they're into bikes, you want to try to convince them to run instead?
No, honestly, I don't. I don't want to do that.
No, everyone should just do their own fucking thing. Yeah. Don't worry about anyone else. Stop. And if you're a cyclist,
I've never been hurt cycling. I'll put it at that.
Yeah. So Yeah, if anything, this is a cautionary tale.
Yeah. And normally it goes the other way. Every time I tell people I used to be a cyclist.
Yes, right. Most people like run, they go to cycling.
Yeah. They're like, oh, it usually goes the other way around. Yeah. I'm like, I know. I've heard. Right. But yeah, just keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.
We are It's Just a Hill, a cycling club that promotes inclusion, judgment-free, with no gatekeepers. Focused on creating content from behind the handlebars to in the studio, It's Just a Hill is producing videos and podcasts to spread the message that cycling is for everyone. We are focused on reminding everyone that riding your bike can help you overcome any obstacle, because after all, it's just a hill.
Decaf left, regular right. Decaf left, regular right. It's very challenging work.